Hello and welcome to our recruiting webinar. So today I'm hoping to give you lots of ideas to go out and get started on your recruiting journey. Whether you are new to recruiting and haven't seen it before, or whether you've been doing it for a while, I'm hoping to give you some new ideas to go through why I think recruiting is so important for this business. It's my favourite thing of this business. Absolutely love helping people get started on their journeys, love meeting new people, love just everything about it really, the buzz it brings, the excitement it brings, the ideas we get from new people. It really is the thing that keeps me motivated. So I've got a PowerPoint with you that I'm going to go through with you today just to keep me on track, give me prompts and make sure I don't forget any of the information that I'm going to give to you. So I'm just going to share that on the screen now so you don't have to look at my face the whole time either, which is always good. Right, so hopefully now you are seeing me on the screen and the PowerPoint presentation. That's how it should be working. Hopefully it is. It does mean I can no longer see that chat message. So if you do writing it, I can't reply to it. So I will reply at the end and go through any messages at the end, but for now, I can't see that. So this is the Usborne PowerPoint template. This is on tools and downloads if you ever want to do one of these. So as I say, today's webinar is all about recruiting. It's about learning how to bring someone new into your business. Why is it so important? Why should we all be looking at recruiting? Well, it grows your business. Absolutely nothing about it. You can't argue that in any way, shape or form. By having more people in your team, your business is growing. That increases your income. If you have a bigger team, you're having more books going through your business, therefore you are earning more money. It means it sets you up for promotion. If you start bringing team members in, you can get yourself to team leader, group leader, divisional leader, executive leader. That is where the really big money comes in. The more people in your team, the more books being sold. It's all about books being sold. So when people say, is this a pyramid scheme? No, it's not a pyramid scheme because it's all about getting books into the hands of schools, nurseries and to children. If it wasn't about getting the books out there, then yeah, you could argue that this was a pyramid scheme of some description, but it's not. We are trying to shift as many books as possible. And the more people you have selling the books, the more books are going through, therefore the more money you're making. It means your business is working even when you're not. So I know that I can take a day off and that when I go and look at the volume, it will have gone up. People have been out there working while I've got my feet up. That doesn't mean I don't go out there and work. It just means your business continues to move, continues to work, even when you're not. Last point I put on here is it's more fun. I cannot stress that enough. I think having someone to work with, especially if you can get some local team members as well, having people to go out to events with, having someone at the end of the phone you can ring up and go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, someone's asked for this book and I don't know what it's like, I don't know what to offer them. It's massive. One of the things that works so well with our team is our community and our group. It's the fact that we have so many people willing to help, always on hand, offering information, offering advice, being able to help you, that makes this business so much fun. If it wasn't there, this business would be very, very lonely in a very, very different place. So it absolutely is more fun with more people. But us leaders need you all to help bring on more people, because it won't work if just one of us is recruiting every month. It needs everybody involved, everybody to help bring people into the group, keep the group going, keep it being the fun place that it is. So it's really important, is recruiting. So many people join this business, sell a few books and then leave. Those who join and recruit get the buzz, they get it, they stick. And I want that to be all of you. I want to help all of you to make this business the best it can be. And in my eyes, that's with recruiting. So moving on, how do we recruit? There are so many ways that we can recruit, and it's all down to how you like to work and what you like to do. So I've put a few suggestions here. Some of them I'm going to go into in more depth, others are not. I'm going to give the biggest bit of advice and the biggest tip that I can give you, and I'm going to give it to you now rather than at the end, so that if people, you have to go away because of children or anything, you've got this bit of information. The biggest bit of advice I can give you is to speak to everybody, is to just make sure everybody knows what you're doing, everybody knows that there's an opportunity out there. I think it's our duty and our responsibility to let people know that they can be at home with their children and they can make money. I think we grow up in a society that says you can have one or the other. You can be a working mum, put your kids in nursery and have a good income, or you can live off just one wage, be at home, raise your children and be poor. It doesn't have to be that way. You can have both. You can be at home with your children, you can be 100% mummy, and yet you can still have your business, your independence, your life alongside it and have that income coming in. No one said it's going to be easy. No one said it happens like that. You don't suddenly buy a box of books and magically you're rich and you have an amazing business. It takes work. It takes recruiting. But absolutely everyone can have that, and it's our duty to let people know that that is on offer and that is a possibility. So I think that's hugely important. Speak to everyone. Don't be scared of it. Don't worry what they're going to say. The worst someone could say to you is, no, I don't want to. You know, they might even be a bit nasty. No, that's a pyramid scheme. How dare you try and scam me? That's a load of rubbish. But at the end of the day, it's a no. It doesn't matter. Every no you get takes you closer to a yes. So that's my biggest tip. Just don't be scared of it. Don't worry if you're brand new. Go out, talk to people. Okay, so how do we recruit? Online, Facebook, other social media sites, online free prize draws. Offline, at events we attend, in day-to-day life, speaking to people on the phone, using prize draw forms, online and offline. We're going to go into that in a bit more detail. Using your frogs, we're going to go through that in a bit of detail as well. Adverts, flyers, posters, networking. So for the flyers, posters and networking, I haven't done a huge amount in this presentation for. I think they're quite self-explanatory. Flyers, get them printed if you want to go down this route, put them through doors, have them out on your stalls, put them everywhere you can think of, leave them in soft plays, leave them in cafes, and the same with your posters. There are loads and loads of posters on tours and downloads, absolutely loads of them. So you can print those off and just go stick them everywhere around town. Have them in your bag at all times. Keep them in the car. Stick them on your back of your car window. Massively powerful is to have a poster on your car window. I've forgotten to do that for a while. That's my job for today now, is I'm going to go out and put the posters in the back of my car window. So wherever I go, people can see that I'm looking for people. Networking, online and off. There are lots and lots of networking groups out there. I'm going to the 4N Leamington evening on Wednesday. Probably not going looking for recruits, although I may find some. I'm going to try and get school leads, to network with other local businesses, to let people know that I'm here, that I sell books, so that when their child or someone says to them, oh, I need a new book, they can go, oh, Sarah, I know someone who does that. She came to that networking meeting. Here's Sarah. You know, it's about those introductions. It's not a quick that you're going to get a team member straight away, but you're building up a relationship with someone. And that's pretty much what recruiting is about. It's about building trust. It's about building relationships. So let's move on. It feels very strange just talking to myself, not being on a live. Warm market versus cold market leads. Some of you may have heard this before. There you go. There's my check falling down at the back. Some of you may not. So when we talk about warm and cold leads, your warm market are the people you already know. They're your best friend. They're the mums at the stall gates. They're the people you sit next to at your ballet classes. They're your relatives. They're everyone you've already got some type of contact with. So they're often easier to speak to be able to persuade to join. They've already got a trust for you. So you can contact your warm leads knowing that, you know, they already know you. Some people love to work with warm leads. Stacey, my mentor, for instance, built her business contacting the people that she already knew, working with the friends she already had on Facebook, the people she already knew for networking groups, and she built her business from her warm leads. However, I get nervous talking to people I know about the business. I don't know why. It's a really irrational fear. But I always feel a bit more responsible as well. If I've got someone I know joining my team, I feel like I've got a huge responsibility to make it work for them. So I prefer the cold market. The cold leads are people you've never spoken to before. They're the ones that come through your adverts, your prize draws, your leaflets through doors, speaking to people in the streets. However you want to do it, that's how I prefer to work. The best way is to do a mixture of both of these. Speak to your warm and get some cold market coming in as well. But you do whatever you find works for you. This business is all about your business, your way. It's not about me telling you exactly what to do, because I work the business in a way that works for me. It works around my children. It works around the ponies, in a way that I like to work. You may like to work in a completely different way to me, and that's absolutely brilliant. You just have to find what works for you. So that's what your hot and cold leads are. Frogs. Frogs are a way to create lists, to create a database almost. When I did network marketing with Forever years ago, pretty much Facebook was around, but no one really used it for businesses. I don't think you had business pages on it back then. It was all just a social site where you'd catch up with friends every now and again and post a few things. So no one was doing any type of online advertising. And when I joined this business, you were literally told to write down lists of every single person you'd ever met, every single person you knew or had a number for, and then you were meant to pick up the phone and ring them. And you were meant to say to them, "Hi, how are you? I know it's been a long time. I've just started a new business and I think it might be something that really interests you. Have you got 5 minutes to have a chat?" No, okay. Can I book in a time to have this conversation with you? They don't like to say no twice, so they book the time in, and then you present your business opportunity to them. Personally, I don't like that way of working anymore. I think it's intrusive and a bit direct, and actually a bit rude to ring up someone who you haven't spoken to for ages. However, that said, there are certain people in your network and certain people you know who this really may be good for, who may work at a school, who may have fantastic network for you. Those people should not be overlooked because you don't want to ring them. So your frogs are a way of making a list of the people that you think may be useful for you and you think you may be able to help in some way. It's all about helping them. So your frogs are your your friends, your R, your relatives, your O, your organisations you're part of, where you work, your groups, so things you go to. Geography, where in the country, where in the world do you know people? Have you got contacts over in Italy who are teachers? If so, they may be good to contact. Socially, who do you socialise with who may be looking for more money, who may be wanting some more books for their children? So this isn't just about recruiting when you make your list of frogs. This is about looking at people to join. It's also about looking at people to schools, for selling books to, for having parties. So you want to make a few lists for your frogs. There's a file, I think, in Power on frogs as well, which goes through what they are and how to fill them in. But it's just taking the time to write down, going, right, what friends have I got who are looking for extra money, always moaning that they're skint, love to read. Right, I'll write their names down, and then you send a message to each one of those people. It's not rocket science, or you pick up the phone and ring each one of those people, or you send an email, whatever works for you, however you want to communicate. Or I can see there's some messages coming up, so I will look at those in a bit. Frogs. So go into it in slightly more detail. Frogs, friends, anyone and everyone you're friends with, and also who they're friends with as well. I don't know if this business opportunity is for you, but do you know anyone who's looking to work from home, would like some extra money working with our books? Great line to send to people. And quite often they come back and go, "Oh no, I don't know anyone, but I'd like to find out a bit more." Relatives, do you have some relatives nearby? Do you have some further away? Could they host a party for you, an online party for them? Who are their frogs? Do they know people who might be looking to work with you? Organisations, who you can approach for selling and recruiting opportunities. Geography, as we said, where they live. Who do you know around the country? Are there schools near them? Could they drop something in for you? Do they know people who go to a school? All these things that can help grow your business. And you're socialising, you're out and about wherever you go, your shopping queues. Always carry leaflets and recruiting packs around with you because you never know who you're going to see. Sell the opportunity with passion and excitement. I watched a live video yesterday, someone talking about enthusiasm and how some people come to network meetings and they're not enthusiastic about their product, they're not enthusiastic about what they're selling. You have to be enthusiastic about this opportunity. If you go up to someone and go, "Oh, I've got this opportunity, I don't know if it's for you, it's £48 and you get some books and then you can sell them and it's really good," that's not going to go somewhere. If you go, "Oh my God, I have just started this new business. It's amazing. I literally have so many books in my house and it only cost me £48. I've already got a party booked in. I've made a list of schools I'm going to contact. I can get them up to 60% in free books. I'm so excited. You should get involved with this. It's brilliant. The enthusiasm is going to shine through. It's going to reach people another way. If you are brand new as well and you haven't got your story yet, if you haven't made this a huge success yet, use someone else's story. So, oh my God, it's amazing. I'm working with this girl called Sarah. She earned over 72 grand last year from doing this business. That's insane. And she's got 4 kids. Like, whoa, use someone else's story. Trust me, my life's chaotic. And actually, they probably don't want my life if they saw it. But, sell the sizzle, sell what the opportunity is, and let people know what's available. Free prize draw slips. These are amazing. So every event you go out to, you need to take your free prize draw slips. These are your guaranteed way to get leads. And actually, the company giving away £100 of books every single month for us to get leads is absolutely amazing. I've worked with other companies, as I say, and any type of free prize draw that you did, it was out of your own pocket. You had to provide a prize for, you had to choose, and you had to give a prize away pretty much every event. This is nothing like that. We get the leads and head office provides the prize. It's brilliant. However, if you fill these in and don't follow up with someone, you're never going to get anywhere with it. You have to take the time to ring the people, email the people, message the people who have put that they're interested in something. And they may have said they're interested in hosting a party. And actually, when they host that party, they may go, actually, no, I want to join. Party hosts are brilliant to get joining because they've already got their first order ready to go. So all you have to say to them is go, oh, you've already got a £120 order because all your friends have bought this. If you join for 48 quid, you get the starter kit as well, and you get to place that order. So there's no obligation for you to do anything else. But, if you want to give it a go, you can give it a go. Sorry, I need a tea break. So really, really important, really important. If you haven't looked at these yet, make sure you go in Tools and Downloads. Make sure you download them, print them out. Coloured paper and a fluffy pen always works well to get people interested. Get all your friends. Again, keep these in your bag. Have a Usborne pack in your bag with your business cards, your flyers, your free prize draws, your posters to put up places, and recruiting packs to give to people. If you are serious about getting in team members, these are the things that you need to be doing. It needs to be on your mind. You need to be prepared for who you may see, especially if you want to do it offline recruiting. Then you have to be offline recruiting. You can't just say, oh no, I don't want to use Facebook, I want to do it face to face, if you're not then doing any steps to do it face to face. So hugely, hugely important. Okay, events. Nothing sells this business like you being face to face talking to someone. Nothing. There is nothing greater, no greater power than you having an actual bond with someone, talking to them, smiling at them, laughing together. All these things build a connection and a trust with a person. This is why we hold actual company events. This is why we hold training days like we done, the one we did in January. It's not as much about the content that we're giving you. It's about you being in a room with us, laughing with us, having a drink with us, smiling with us, bonding with us. When you bond with someone, you have a much, much better connection. Face-to-face events allows you to do this. It allows you to have that connection with someone. You physically hand them over a free prize draw. They write something down. They live at so-and-so farm. Oh, I used to live near there. You have a connection. Oh, I've just seen you've ticked the box about hosting a party. Do you know what that involves? Oh, no, right. Let me tell you a bit about that. When their kids come and look at the books, talk to their children, bond with their children, laugh with their children, it makes them connect with you. So in terms of getting people joining your teams who you're going to have a really good relationship with, nothing beats events. You don't have to pay for events. There are so many toddler groups, baby groups, places out there that will allow you to come into them for free, that this should be an easy route for you. Toddler groups you can take your children with as well. I'm not saying it's easy to pack up your books and put them in a car and take them out of a toddler. I'm saying it's worth it. It gets the sales in your pockets, and it gets you bonding with people. It gets them filling in those free prize draw. Nothing beats it. We do a lot of online, but being out with our books is an amazing feeling. Watching people love them, pick them up, looking at them, pulling the flaps. Don't stress out when a child bends all your flaps over. Just smile. It's part of the process. I don't do it enough. I'm guilty of not getting out of my books enough, but it is so important to do. Really try and just get something in your diary every week, if possible. Again, keep a box or a bag of books in the back of your car. So when you meet someone, they go, oh yeah, I love those books. You go, oh, I've got some in the car. Would you like to have a flick through in the brochure? And they go, oh yeah, that'd be lovely when I have my coffee at this soft play. You know, there's so many things that we can do. We just forget about them sometimes. So really get out to events, have your recruiting posters up, have a starter kit that I have a box with my starter kit that I take to all my stalls, and I have a sign that says all these books are £48. Ask me how. You know, all these little things help and when you're out at events. So highly recommend going and doing that way. Online. So we've talked about offline. We've talked about ringing our frogs, contacting our frogs, using free price draws at events, going out to events, taking things with us when we're out and about, using those connections when we're on the road, having some books in the car, having posters in the car, putting them up everywhere, having recruiting packs and your business cards and opportunity leaflets with you all the time, being able to have those connections offline. What about online? Online is how I built my business so quickly. For me, with having 4 children at home, it's been crazy to try and get out to loads of events. Being online has meant I can continually work whenever I want. So if they're watching a film, I can do some work. If one of them's poorly off school, I can do some work. Online is massively important as well. So yes, going out to events is by far going to get you better connections with people, get you a better rapport, have a better relationship with people. Online is going to hit so many more people quicker. So you might have 30 people in a toddler group. You can hit 300, 400 people with a post online within a minute. So let's have a look first of all at Facebook. This is how lots of us are already trying to recruit. So these are a few free ways to do it. Your groups, any buy and sell groups you're in, community groups, check their rules, but putting messages up about joining is always a good one. If they don't allow recruitment messages, how about putting up messages to people hosting a party, online virtual party, then using that to put your recruiting messages in. Messaging people directly, again, using your frogs, your people you know. Hi, I'm looking for new team members. Do you know anyone who'd like to make money working from home? Could you connect them? Posting on your business page, making sure you're putting posts out there a few times a week. I find 8 p.m. on a Friday and 7 p.m. on a Sunday really good times for posting recruiting messages. Your personal profile. Some people have a real issue about using their personal profile, and I wouldn't recommend it being something you do all the time. However, January 3 years ago, 2015, 4 years ago, was the month I promoted to team leader. And on my memories now coming up are lots of posts about wanting new team members. I was using my personal profile because I could reach people. I was also tagging people. So with permission, I would speak to some friends and go, that I'm going for a promotion. It's really important to me. Do you mind if I tag you in a post? Because that reached their friends as well as my friends. And I had people join my team through doing that. I had people join my team who just liked a post on a book group, who then I went and messaged and said, hey, you've liked my post. Would you like to know more about it? Actually, that person went on to become my first team leader. All these things work. They're not a streamlined, easy process. You know, you don't want to end up in Facebook jail. Do not go and just spam the hell out of the internet. Try and make it topical. Try and build a relationship in these groups. But they are free ways to get your brand, to get your name, and to get your message out there. Online networking as well. There's lots and lots of networking groups. 4N's a massive open group. There's Networking Family Network, which has different branches around the UK. Loads and loads of different networking groups. Again, do not just go on it going, join my team, join my team, join my team. No one will like you. Go on there, go, oh, what's everyone up to this week? You having a good week or a bad week? Get to know them, listen to what they've got to say, build your connections, and then in conversations, you can let them know that you're looking for team members. Paid adverts. Well, Facebook paid adverts are the biggest headache in the world at the moment. Some people are getting their adverts approved first time brilliantly, therefore they're getting quite a lot of recruits at the moment. So if you haven't run an advert, give it a go. If you, like me, are having a nightmare trying to get anything approved, I have just had a jobs post approved, which seems to be doing okay at the moment. They are brilliant. I'm not going to go into the technical side of Facebook adverts right now. There is a video I have done on that, so if you want to see it, let me know and I can send it out. It's well worth a watch if you are going to go down the paid adverts route. They are brilliant. I can't deny it. If you want to invest in your business and get people into your team quickly and you can get a paid advert approved, it can absolutely skyrocket your business. You get the right audience, the right people, and you're going to have to test a few to get that, but you get it approved. They are brilliant. There's no denying it. They're easy. It means people are coming directly to you. But yeah, they're tricky at the moment, and they cost money. You have to have some type of money to invest in it. If you want to do it and you have no money, go out to events, sell the books, put that money back into Facebook ads, run a Facebook party online, do a flash sale, sell some of your stock, some of your free books, your half price books, get the money in, put that into Facebook adverts. I can see the messages popping up and I will look at them shortly. So apologies if you're waiting for a reply. Free prize draw slips. Again, online prize draw slips. These are what I think we should all be doing all the time. You may have watched my video last week about getting leads for your business. I spoke about this heavily on those. It's brilliant. It is free to set up. Using Google Forms, you can set up a free prize draw like this. It's fantastic. It means people are entering a free prize draw. You're giving them something. You've got something to shout about. You've got a hook. You've got £100 of free books. All you have to do is complete this form. That's brilliant for people. If I click on it, I'm hoping it might take me to it as well. So people are giving you information, such as they're looking for a party, they're looking for to work with their schools. As you can see on here, I've had 649 responses. It's not going to show me. Let me just, give me 1 second. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen now. I just need to move that toolbar. Right, so hopefully you can now see my screen, and I will move this up here. So this is my free prize draw. So down here you've got, would you be interested in hosting a home party or coffee morning? Oh, sorry, would you be interested in earning free books? Would you be interested in earning free books for hosting an online Facebook party? Would you be interested in helping your school receive free books? Would you be interested in learning more about making money from home? This is all free. This is something you can set up. It takes about 5 minutes. And then you've got a link to send to whoever you want. You can put this in buy and sell groups. It's not spammy. It's not join my team. It's giving value. Groups will like it rather than not liking it. Do this as your boosted Facebook post. These are the people I've got 649 people so far who have filled this in. Okay. 10% of that, that's still 64 people, had said yes to hosting a coffee morning. 11% have said yes to hosting a Facebook party. 31% have said yes to helping their school receive free books. And 16.5% have said that they'd be interested in learning more about making money from home. Then look at all the maybes as well. So you've got 35% maybe, 35% maybe, 25% maybe, 28.7% maybe. That's an awful lot of leads that have cost me nothing. They've just spent a little bit of time with me sharing this form with people. In fact, I send this form to anyone who messages my page or comments on something on my page to get those responses in. So let me bring PowerPoint back up. Back to where we were. Okay, so hugely important. Really, if you haven't set up an online prize draw yet and you want to recruit, absolutely go ahead and do this straight away. Again, there is a video on how to do it, so I'm not going to go through a step-by-step on how to set it up. You can watch that video. It's on my YouTube channel. It's been posted in the group before, but again, I can send you the link to that. But huge. Again, though, it comes down to your follow-up. You have to respond to these people. There's no point just collecting people's email addresses and data if you're not then going to pick up the phone and give them a call or send them an email and let them know. Other social sites online. So we've talked about Facebook. Instagram is massively powerful. It is where all the people younger than me are starting to hang out. It is becoming more and more powerful. Get yourself on there. I have an Instagram profile. I don't do enough with it at all. LinkedIn, again, you can run adverts, and Instagram, you can run adverts on. LinkedIn, you can run Instagrams on. YouTube, I love my YouTube video. I use it mostly for videos for you guys. However, it's also fantastic to put videos up on the books. Have yourself a really good YouTube channel, different videos of the books, your children playing with the books, you talking about why it's good to join, you know, you talking about what the starter kit is. My starter kit video is hugely powerful for me. Again, a brilliant recruiting tool is to have yourself a video of a starter kit that you can send to people. Hugely recommend ordering the kit, hugely recommend creating a video out of it. It really does help. And again, like that bond when you're face to face with someone watching you in a video is starting to warm to you. They're starting to realize you're a real person. They're starting to understand a little bit about what you're about. You're not just a machine or someone trying to scam them out of money. You know, they see that you're a real person, and that makes them trust you. Twitter is fantastic for building a network with schools. You can follow lots of teachers, you can follow lots of schools, you can tag them in a post, you can retweet their stuff. It takes a little bit of time to build up. Twitter is also doing paid adverts now. That's something I'm going to experiment with soon. When I do that, I'll let you know. Until then, I don't know. There's more sites on here. I don't even know what the ghost one is. I'm that behind the times. But get out there, have a look what you've got set up. Choose what works for you. If you absolutely love Instagram, that's where you should be doing your recruiting. If you are an absolute Twitter addict, that should be where you're doing your recruiting. Do what works best for you. Right. Bingo, it's a numbers game. You may have seen this already in the Power Team. If not, it's a way of giving yourself a target, going out there and making sure you're speaking to people. So this bingo sheet is not the people that have joined your team. You put a name in there for every person you have a conversation with. It's collecting your yeses and your nos. So if you've sent a message to a friend you haven't seen for a year, but you know she works in a school and you think she's on maternity leave and might be joining, you write the name in there. It has 150 squares. Reason being is we worked out that you need to have about 150 conversations to have enough people to recruit. If they're all warm market, you'll probably find you'll need less than that. If they're all cold market, you'll probably need that maybe more. But it's about keeping track. It's about making sure you've got a target, you know where you're going and you know what you need to be doing. So every time you put a name in the box, you know you are getting closer to getting yourself a team member. Simple as. The more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes. You have to speak to lots of people. You have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. But your recruiting bingo is a way of keeping track of that. Again, that's on the files in Power Team. If you want a copy, let me know. Keeping track. Okay. Oh, gosh. I can talk a lot. So keeping track is your way of making sure you know who you've been speaking to. Especially vital when someone joins your team. It's making sure you know when their incentive dates are, you know what's going on. You know when you're going to contact them again. So if you've had a conversation with you and they've given you a little bit of information like, oh, I'm going to look at this in 2 weeks' time because my child's going away in a residential and I have a little bit more time to think about it then. You can write their name and write some notes. You can do it on an Excel document, so it's all online if that's how you like to work, or you can buy a notepad, especially for the people that you are talking to, and have it all down. But it means you can go, right, in my diary, I'm going to put to message Jennifer in 2 weeks' time because her kids are on the residential. Then in your diary, when you see that, you can go back to your notes and you can go, hi, Jennifer, hope your little one got off to their trip okay. Wondered if you wanted to have a chat about this now. I can give you a call today. You know, or I can send over some more information, or I can email you a pack, or whatever it is you are sending to people. It's your way of keeping track. It's your way of knowing what you're doing in your business. You wouldn't go into a big corporate business and they wouldn't have files and things around, you know, showing what they're doing. We're the same. If you try and keep everything in here, you will lose track of it. I'm trying to see if I've got my diary. I know I've written in here my diary the other day that I need to call someone on a certain day. So these are things that I am doing, not just telling you to do. So what do we say to people? This is something that people get hung up on quite a lot. There isn't a right or wrong answer here. You be yourself, for one, be passionate, be enthusiastic, show that you love what you do, that you care greatly about the books, about the opportunity, about working with people and helping with people. Make people know that it's about them. As soon as you use words that are about you, you're going to turn them off. So you ask them, what is it you want to get out of your business? How are you feeling about that? Do you have any concerns? How can I help you overcome that? These are all the questions you need to be answering. If you say anything like, well, I need to get 5 people in my team for blah, 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 you've lost them. It's not about you. Or I make this amount of money. No, you've lost them. You need to make it about them. You need to listen really carefully to what they're saying, because they will give you signs, they will give you indications of the things that they're lacking in their life. And it's your job to point out how you can fill them with Usborne. Okay? If they have, oh, I'm not really confident in speaking to people. Oh, well, this could really help with that. I've watched lots of people come into this business who've massively grown, built a confidence. They've used the books as a crutch to be able to get out the house and speak to people because they've had a reason to do it. And that's really helped them come over their confidence. Yeah, whatever it is, the reason they're worrying, turn it into a reason as to why they should be joining. Verbal ping pong. I'm not going to play the video now, but it's a way of getting a dialogue going. If you picked up the phone and rung a potential recruit, you wouldn't go, hello, Jennifer. My name's Sarah. I'm an executive leader with Usborne Books at Home. I'm looking for people to join my team, and I'm hoping they would enjoy taking the books out to events, selling online, selling online parties, hosting parties, going to schools, going to nurseries, holding book fairs, and running Spready Buddy Read. Does this sound like something that you may be interested in? I hope so. It's £48 to join. You get £150 worth of books. They're all fantastic quality and award-winning books, and show the wonderful range of books we have, specially selected to showcase what's on offer. If you don't place an order within the first 12 weeks, blah, 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 you would never, ever pick up the phone and just reel that information from them. You go, hi, Jennifer, how are you? Have you got time for a chat? Oh, yes, Sarah, that'd be fantastic. Any particular reason you're calling? Well, actually, I've just started this business. I wanted you to have a look at it. Have you got a minute to go through that? Yeah, that sounds exciting. Tell me about it. It will go. Now I feel like I've gone schizophrenic talking to myself on phones. But it will go so much better if you do that with messages as well. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for responding to my advert. What was it that interests you about it? Oh, well, Sarah, actually, my daughter loves the books, and I've been thinking about wanting to do something for home for a while. So this popped up and sounded interesting. That's great, Jennifer. It's something you can definitely do around your daughter. How old is she? And you get into this conversation, going back and forward, going back and forward. It's the best way to speak to people. It builds that bond, it builds the rapport. Do not just blanket them with loads of information. Do not just link them to your website. Oh, you're interested, great. Here's a link to some blanket information on my website about joining. No. They're going to buy into you rather than the opportunity. So you need to be giving them that conversation, that going back and forward. Again, I'll post that video if anyone wants to watch it. Okay. Follow up. I've mentioned it a few times going through this. But it's so important. I have just spent last night following up with leads from 2017. So far I've had 4 people come back saying, actually, I'd like to know more about this now. You know, that's huge. That's people from 2 years ago who are now maybe interested, and I followed up with them. I'll read the sales statistics for you. 48% of salespeople never follow up at all with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% are made on the third contact. 10% are made on the fourth contact. 80% of sales are made on the 5th, 12th contact. That's the same with recruiting. You need to follow up with people. People take time to think about it. People get busy with their lives and it gets put to the back. They just need a reminder to look into it again. Just a reminder that you're still there. That opportunity is still on the table for them. Things may have changed. It may now be the right time with them. So please do follow up. Follow up with your price your slips. Follow up with people you've previously spoken to. Follow up with friends that you've messaged. Follow up with schools, nurseries, everyone. This is so important throughout all of your business. With every single thing you do in your business, you need to be following up. Hugely, hugely, hugely important. And that is the end of the presentation. So I'm hoping that that has helped you a little bit with what you need to be doing with recruiting. Now I'm just going to... Paid advert is the same as boosting a post. People to sign the price draw slips, but a post-it books. Helen, if you're having problems at events getting people to have fill in the slips, make sure you stand with a clipboard and a pen and you say, hey, would you like to win £100 free books? All you have to do is put your details in. It's completely free to enter, and then pass it to them and they should stand there and fill it in. It shouldn't be a problem at all. How do I set up the online prize draw? I will send a video to that. The video had set up, yes. Okay, so has anyone got any questions before I disappear?